Wimbledon, Women's Euros, Tour of France, England, India, these are some of the top events that make up the UK summer sport, but the list would not be complete without the British Grand Prix. It's the most represented country on the F1 grid with 4 drivers, and many of the teams and staff are based a stone's throw from Silverstone. 7-time world champ Lewis Hamilton is the most successful driver at the British Grand Prix with 9 victories, but is yet to stand on the podium as a Ferrari driver. As F1 reaches the halfway point in the season, Hamilton and Iju Behrman are the only 2 Brits not to have visited the podium. Lando Norris trails Oscar Piastri by 15 points in the championships, with 3 wins and 9 podiums to name, while George Russell has 1 win and 5 podiums. So who will prevail this weekend? For those asking, at the circuit on Thursday, expect summer temperatures around 22 degrees, which will rise to 24 degrees on Friday with cloud and humid conditions expected. Saturday and Sunday are set to be overcast with showers expected. So yeah, you know, there's obviously some interesting news stories coming into this weekend, including Cadillac filming a documentary with Keanu Reeves coming up, which will be interesting. And obviously, the future of Fred Vasseur feels like he's going to stay. It feels like he's getting a lot of support in the paddock. The F1 movie as well, which has been a massive success. So yeah, there's a lot happening. But moving back to the race, like many British racing circuits, Silverstone is a former airfield, as old as F1 itself. It hosted the inaugural Grand Prix when Nino Farina won for Alfa Romeo and took a queen's seat with pole racing and then fastest lap. Since then, Silverstone has been a battle for drama and controversy, such as 2021, of course. Since 1950, it's been held at Aintree Brands Hatch, with the latter and Silverstone alternating editions between 64 and 86, with the Northampton-based circuit, you know, kind of unrivaled. Silverstone's a high-speed circuit with around 80% of the lap at full throttle. It has many challenges, but the iconic corners of Maggotts, Beckett's and Abbey remain favourites for everyone, really. So yeah, Silverstone's hosted the first F1 Championship. It's a key part of the kind of F1 calendar. High-speed corners and opportunities make it some of the best racing on the calendar, as Lando Norris says. And yeah, I think the best place to watch is probably Beckett's, Maggotts and Copse, having been there before. The speed that those cars go at is absolutely insane. And who can forget last year when Lewis Hamilton won his first race in 2.5 years, holding off Max Verstappen at the end. That was an incredible day. But McLaren laid down a clear marker in Austria, but things should be closer in Austria. Norris, of course, won Piastri's home race. Kick off the season. We are backing the Australian to repay the favour this week. As for the rest, hard to say. The rain may help bring Mercedes into contest, while Max Verstappen thrives in those conditions, but this feels like a good spot for Hamilton's first Ferrari podiums. He's produced some of the finest magic of his career in front of the Silverstone crowd. Piastri remains in the lead of the championship by 15 points, but full-time champion Verstappen has some catching up to do, crashing out the Austrian Grand Prix 46 points behind Norris in third. In the constructors, it's kind of a one-horse race, isn't it? But yeah, for the UK viewers, obviously on Sky Sports F1 and BBC 5 Live and Channel 4 this weekend for the British Grand Prix, and the race starts at 3 o'clock, so yeah, an hour earlier than usual European times, but there we go. In practice, it looked like it was McLaren and Ferrari who actually looked quite strong. So yeah, possibly it could be Lewis Hamilton right up the front again for his home Grand Prix. That would be very interesting to see, wouldn't it? But yeah, you still have McLaren as slight favourites. But yeah, I've definitely been surprised by the pace of Ferrari in practice, and no doubt that will give the fans hope heading into qualifying. But yeah, Norris and Piastri still look to be on top. Red Bull struggling a bit, as are Mercedes. So yeah, at the moment it looks like it could well be between those teams. But moving on into my predictions, I'm going to say on pole it'll be Lando Norris. I think, you know, he's a really good driver around the circuit, but I'm going to say winner will be Piastri. I don't know, it just feels like Norris won his home race, so Piastri could well win at Norris's home race. You know, it kind of feels like that's the way it goes sometimes. So yeah, I'm going to say Piastri still wins, Norris gets second, and then I'm going to say it'll be Lewis Hamilton third. So yeah, I reckon Lewis will do the job. He always seems to run Silverstone and get his first Ferrari podium. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.